Hi everyone, and welcome to the week 1 recording of Empathy, all about empathy. So you're getting this because it's the 21-day challenge, and we got together tonight, we being Anne. Hi Anne.
Hey.
And Leanne. Hi Leanne.
Hi.
To talk about empathy and what you've sort of noticed in this last week while you've been doing the challenge. And so this week that you've just gone through is all about empathy, self-awareness. Like, you know, are you noticing your empathy and how much empathy you have? And it's not a limitless supply, interestingly enough. And I think that's the key of the week is really, first of all, you know, I mean, you two ladies are very experienced. You know empathy really well. That's why you're here. And what do you notice about your empathy? Like, you know, you're professional people who really, you turn up and you like to have empathy, right?
Yep.
You care about what you do and you like turning up and you like listening to people and caring for people in the work that you do. So when it's getting a bit challenged, how do you notice it, I guess, and anything else that you find interesting about empathy? Do you want to share with us?
Sure.
Cool. Well, Anne, if you want to go first.
Oh, okay.
You know,
when we did the tool, the scoring tool that came out before we started.
Yes, interesting. Good. Thanks for bringing that up.
Interesting score I got. I was a little shocked, actually. It was quite low, actually. I was
wow.
I actually thought I had more empathy on board than what I did. And then some of the questions I sort of thought, like the movie questions and who do you identify, you know, do you cry, do you blah, blah, blah. And I thought, oh, okay. And then my score came up and thinking, oh, crap, that's not good. And it sort of made me wonder whether I'm actually still healing from the fact that I was so burnt out last year in the first place. So, which is probably more to the point that that's what's actually happening. So,
I'm not some of that residual fatigue left over.
Yeah, and I'm not overly stressed about that, and that's why I went back to casual work rather than permanent positions. But just this last week, while I've been working, a couple of consumers have sort of working in mental health. They do sort of tend to zap you, I think, a little bit quicker than most because they don't have that capacity to understand themselves. So, and I have found that first of all, I've had to sort of leave it at the door. Like when I leave work, I give him my tag, and then when I walk out the security door, that's it for me. I can't take that home. Right. And unfortunately, my partner gets the brunt of that, and I go home and I
go, You have a solid discussion with him is what you're saying.
Yeah, sure. Okay. And then I try and decompress the best way I can, obviously.
What's some of your habits with that, Anne? Like, what do you do? Like to, you know, I mean, besides having that sort of like venting conversation with your partner. What else do you do?
Before I moved into town, I was at least 30 minutes out of town. So that was always my decompression time. Like by the time I got home, I'd listen to music or I'd listen to a good podcast or something like that. And then by the time I got home, I was calm. Now that I'm only 5 minutes away, I don't actually have that time to decompress as much as what I would like. So a lot of it is quiet. I find being quiet when I walk in the door is probably better. Hot shower running over me is awesome because I find that figuratively washes away anything that I'm carrying, which is awesome.
A
journal. I have 3 journals at the moment. I have ours, I have a personal one, and I have a visual journal. So that helps as well. And just being grateful for everything that I have. It's just, and I'm not in that position where I don't, you know, I don't know what I'm doing. I think it's probably.
You are a bit of the master of your destiny.
I'd like to think so. I'm working on it.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
You know, because you've had that fatigue, you know,
Yeah.
you've had that burnout. So you
Yeah.
know that you don't want to go back to that place.
No. And then
So-
not realizing that you're in that position in the first place was really hard. It was, and like,
Because it didn't happen overnight.
No, it
took a
didn't
while
happen
to get there.
overnight.
Yeah.
No, 100%. But it was when I realized that I was actually burnt out, and I thought, oh crap, that's not good.
Yeah.
But realizing that I gave myself permission to heal. So, however long that takes. Anyway.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you know, as we've talked about previously,
Yeah.
is that whole idea of, I've gone through this and I'm going to come out of this different. And
Yeah.
I'm kind of, my goal is post-traumatic growth is what I want, you know,
Yeah.
I want to come out of this better than when I started.
Yeah.
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 And you will get there because you reach
yeah.
out and you allow people to help you and you allow people to have conversations with you.
Yeah. So I guess I have a lot of identifying things with consumers because they have that PTSD, a lot of them. So you sort of identify with them on that, and you can, you know, come on, menopause brain.
So you're saying, sorry, Anne, that your lived experience.
Yeah.
You can relate. Yeah.
I can. Yeah. Thanks, Leanne. Yeah. So I think that's important as well. So,
Totally.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It just helps us. It does. It changes our connectability with people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's where, you know, empathy, like this empathy piece really ties in beautifully because, you know, if I am too fatigued or I am, you know, I can't do that connection thing as well because, you know, I am in my own space more than I can allow myself to move in to understand another person.
Yeah.
You know? So I guess, isn't that interesting though, that you said that your score was a lot lower than you thought?
Yeah.
So, what did you do when did you think, oh, how am I feeling? Like, am I feeling a bit tired? Am I feeling like?
I mean, I could have been like it was, I don't know. I don't know whether it was the wording of the questions or because a lot of them was sort of neutral. I was sort of neutral on a lot of the answers. And I'm thinking, oh, that could have been the reason why it sort of scored a little lower.
Yeah.
Things.
Self-scoring thing is biased too.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Sometimes we are a lot tougher on ourselves.
Yeah.
Like if someone else marked us on that sometimes.
Yeah. You know,
they would give us a higher score than what we give ourselves.
Yeah. It's like asking your best friend what they think your best thing is, and their answer is always completely different to yours. So what your best personality trait is. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that. That's really good.
I hope that made sense.
Oh no, perfect sense.
Yeah.
But you were surprised by the score, but at the end of the day, you do understand it.
Yeah. I was surprised by the score because I tell a lot of my clients that I have empathy but no sympathy. I don't have sympathy. I can give you empathy but no sympathy. And then you have to explain the difference to them. So, and they go, oh, okay, righto then, you know, and they seem happy with that. But, yeah.
Oh, thank you.
That's okay. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. Hey, Leanne, do you notice like your empathy dropping away sometimes? And what's some sort of patterns in yourself that you notice when it's dropping away?
Definitely, as the term goes on and the term gets longer, my empathy does drop away. And so I have spent this first week reflecting on that and kind of noticing that my empathy just wanes a little bit as, you know, the term gets longer. I've also been reflecting on the fact that as I've been teaching for a lot longer, I can step into the empathy role better than I used to as a younger teacher.
Yep.
I don't know whether that's experience or whether it's just that I understand empathy better. Because to be honest, I used to confuse empathy with sympathy.
Mm.
And it was only once when I went to a professional learning day and the facilitator put up a really cute little cartoon by Brene Brown.
Yeah, Brene Brown. Yeah, it's a great
Brene
cartoon. Yeah,
Yes. And I went, oh, I've been doing it wrong all this time.
yeah,
So I think for some people the awareness really is like actually understanding what it really is and what it's not.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. It's a great visual, that cartoon. It's a very good visual representation of what it actually is. So
Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm.
We might put it up in the link so people can watch it, because I think it's such a well-watched one,
Yeah.
you know, with getting in the hole with people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
With that imagery with the definition, but also that imagery.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
Yeah.
good one.
Mm.
So how do you notice it in you? Like, how do you notice, like, you know, because I sometimes, for me, if I know I have got something coming up that's going to require me to have a lot of empathy, sometimes I almost have to take a bit of I have to spend about half the day before, really making sure I'm healthy and I'm well and I'm well charged, so that I know I've got a big day tomorrow where I'm going to have to give a lot. So I have to do a lot of pre-work so that I'm well fueled. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So a bit of nurturing of spirit, have to nurture my introverted side so I don't burn my energy out, like all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, if I don't do that well, then I will run out of that capacity to truly listen to someone else. Yeah. Yeah. Do you notice anything in you? Like, do you notice where you're like, oh, I'm not really listening anymore? Oh, holy crap, what's going on?
I think sometimes there are circumstances in teaching that kind of catch you off guard.
Yes.
And I think it is good to prepare for it. Like you said, like I think that's a really advanced, like you're so far advanced with empathy, Sue. When I hear you say that, you actually physically and mentally get prepared so that you show up that way. I mean, that's just such a good quality in you.
Otherwise, I can't be who I really. True presence is such an important part of me. It's part of my authentic self. You know, and that's from experience, because I have been truly very not present in my life, and I don't want to be that anymore. And that's why it's such a big thing for me to look at I have to look sometimes at my calendar and really schedule my calendar so that I don't run out of empathy by the end of the week.
Interesting.
I know, weird, but I mean that's just because my job I need to do it well.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing worse than hearing someone talk about empathy and they're not displaying or modeling it. Yeah,
definitely. You know, and thing, isn't it, when we think about, you know, because someone had a conversation with me just this week about their leader pulled them aside and had a go at them about a conversation they were having with a person, and they were pulling them up to sort of give them feedback about their lack of empathy when they were talking to this person, and that they were being a bit too pushy and all of that sort of thing. And they said it was really hard to listen to this person knowing that they never role model positive conversations or empathy. You know, so it was really hard to sit there politely and go, oh, thank you for that. you don't do this to any of us.
Yeah.
So awesome.
Your eyes tend to glaze over when
Yeah.
that sort of thing happens, doesn't it? It's just
It does. And so that you make such a good point there, Leanne, about that whole, you've got to actually role model it, don't you? You know, if you are a leader and you want people to be empathetic in your workplace, like, you know, I'm thinking about you know, Anne at work in mental health, and you, Leanne, you know, in the school. I know your school is a bit different.
Yeah.
But you know, you do want I imagine your principal is empathetic and supportive. And same for you, Anne. You want those leaders around you to role model it too. So then it's a cultural thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a great point. Yeah, maybe we need something we need to think of for our leaders as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are we, like, I find too, I find too, I can switch on at work and show empathy, and then when I'm at home in my personal life, and hello to all my relatives and friends watching this, I'm probably not as switched on. I really have to think about it, because I'm just, you know, just fluffing all over the place.
Yeah.
Or is it that I've expired my empathy in my job? Like, all of my empathy cards are taken.
Yeah.
Well, but I think sometimes the people we love, we can be safe with, and we can let sometimes those things that we demand in front of others drop a bit, and because they'll be a bit more forgiving of us. Is that how it works?
Well, you'd like to think so, but sometimes it doesn't happen that way. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Like, I know. Isn't it? We're different for different people, isn't it? Like my husband. My husband is one of those extremely beautiful, forgiving humans and understanding and all of that.
Yeah.
But, you know, then I've got other members in my family that I have to work really hard at to be on top of my game, because I know they can't be. They just don't have it in their remit to ever be essentially a good person. So, you know, like, you kind of have to hold the space for them, because they'll just never be there.
Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it, how we do have to ebb and flow too, don't we? Yeah. It's all very interesting. Anyway, we could spend a long time talking about this, but I don't want to bore people who are listening. So thank you for everyone who's listening. But what is something that's really important moving ahead, I guess, from this week, you know, where we've really noticed on our empathy, self-awareness, like, do we have the energy for the empathy we want for ourselves? You know, the empathy we want to give to ourselves and others. And moving into next week, I guess, is, you know, empathy and understanding others, understanding that, you know, sometimes there is that I have to carry a bit more empathy because that other person isn't going to have it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Do you want to talk a bit more about that? Can you give us an example?
So sometimes, like in your jobs, you'll have to have a lot more empathy to really support and listen and understand another person who might be quite fatigued and, like, unwell. And, you know, in your case, Anne, like, you know, someone who's unwell, their capacity to hold empathy is hard, right? And same for you, Leanne. You know, when people are struggling to learn, you know, they're really challenged, and the world is feeling super hard and on top of them. Can you see that they're not, their capacity to hold empathy is going to be hard?
Yeah.
So does my empathy have to rise up a bit so that I can see that and understand it, not judge it?
Yeah. It's almost like that same level of curiosity you have for yourself, you've got to then invite that to others.
Because that will enhance my empathy, really. Because if I sort of say, you know, I'll use you, Anne. I'll say, oh, Anne, you just seem really flat today. Are you okay? And then Anne goes, oh, actually, Sue, this is everything that's happening to me at the moment. That's why I just don't feel like being here.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll go, oh, no, tell me more about that, Anne. Like, are you okay?
Yeah.
You know, and then you might, so it's that ability to see another person and go, you know, I'm going to use my empathy to help understand you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what next week's more about,
Yeah.
I think. And so we'll talk about that a bit more when we come together next week, you know, and you know, and thinking about someone else's experience, I guess, is what we're looking at there. Yeah. But yeah, so that's why I think, you know, we took that first, we've taken this week to really understand ourselves. Like, do we have enough energy for the empathy we need, that we want to turn up?
Yeah. There are days when you just, you know, you're driving in your car, you're going to work. I don't know if anyone else does this. I know I do this. I talk to my spiritual team and I just say, can you just top me up like a petrol bowser and ding when you're done? Like, and then I'll hear it stop and I'll go, no, I'm not done yet. Keep going. I haven't heard the ding yet, like an old-fashioned petrol bowser. So I find that a useful visualization for my energy levels before I go to work.
That's great.
Yeah, so it's a good one to sort of keep you through the shift, and then when you leave, you are really, really drained. Yeah.
And then I guess it's that how can I visualize again that refueling process on my way home, or do I need not to? Am I going home to a safe space where I can just be me? And I can have I can eat well, I might go for a walk, and I might have a good sleep. Because you know how all of those foundational, because, you know, and I guess that's me, I sometimes take it for granted that everybody knows this, but, you know, those foundation three, you know, the big three, you know, you're going to exercise, you're going to eat well, and then you're going to sleep well.
Yeah.
And then you reboot it almost for the next morning as well, aren't you? You know, every good thing happens the next morning after a sleep, you know.
I guess it just depends on how well you offload as well.
Yeah. True. And how reflective you are at journaling and really processing.
Yeah.
No, that's all good points. So anything else you guys want to add about empathy for this week?
I can't really think of anything. Just take caring of yourself. Taking care of yourself is priority. I'm sorry. It's
the foundation.
Yeah.
We only have one self.
If there's a fire, you come first. It's as simple as that. So
definitely.
And so many of us forget that. So
you know, this little chemical flesh sack that we walk around in, seriously needs some foundational work to be cared for every day. You know? But if we get caught up in the busy hubbub of the world, we forget about it, don't we?
Yeah. I've found myself that sometimes if I'm going in to have a discussion with a child or a parent and I've got the outcome that I want, sometimes I can lose sight of the relationship, or if you're talking to a colleague or, you know, leading a team, you've got the outcome that you want, so that you want obviously to achieve out of that conversation. So what I try and do is I visualize an upside down triangle. So I've just started doing this. And I basically breathe in and breathe out as the triangle comes down to its point, just to kind of recenter myself, just to get back into a space where I am going to be curious, to be able to show empathy, try and be calm to be able to show empathy, and also just to connect with them.
So important, because if we don't have that empathetic moment and that ability to understand, we lose the engagement. You know, and we won't even reach compassion, because we have to have that connection to really engage. So that's why empathy is such an important point to even get to compassion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, it is
Mm.
really important. Thanks for bringing that up.
Mm.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'd all be walking around as serial killers. We can't have that.
No. And this is the thing. Empathy is about that connection thing. It is that ability to make another person feel less alone.
Mm.
That's what we're doing here.
Mm.
And you know, when I did my neuro-linguistic programming training, one of the presuppositions of NLP was behind every behavior is a positive intention.
Yeah.
And so many people, including me at first, when I heard that, I struggled with.
Yeah.
And we were like putting our hands up to the facilitator going, but if someone just, pushes another person out into the middle of the road, that's not a positive. That's not but it wasn't about judging it. It's not about judging the behavior, but understanding that for that person in their moment, in their mind, they had a positive intention.
Yeah.
And that's what I think can often get in the way of empathy, because it's judgment.
Oh,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
We lose that ability to be curious and go, well, why did that person, jump in front of me? Why did that person steal my car? Why did that person, and it's like, well, I actually don't know their story. I don't know why they did it, actually.
Yeah.
There's a lot more going on in the universe than we can, then we're opening our mind to understand.
Yeah.
And that's what empathy allows. It allows us to pause and go, hey, what's going on for you? Tell me about that.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit here and listen to that for a bit. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. And truly just sit there and listen to it for a bit and go, shit, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know? So that's what we're looking for, that, do you have that inner peace to just sit with people and go, wow, tell me that story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then that takes a lot of energy, funnily enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Takes a lot of capacity. Yeah.
Yeah.
To just sit and let people be.
Yeah.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks, ladies, for a fabulous chat.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love your work, as always.
It's kind of heavy for week one.
Well, we're going to get heavier next week, guys.
Yeah, just wait, Anne. I like to go deep.
Well, thank you. I am ever so grateful to you, as always, ladies. Thank you. And
Thank you.
I look forward to hanging out with you again next week.
Can't wait.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.